What's going on, audience? It's Mindype here. Welcome back to another video, and it finally happened. Aaron Rodgers is officially a New York Jet and no longer a Green Bay Packer. So I just wanted to cover some of the details with you guys quick. I know I'm a day late, but oh well. What are you gonna do? Fire me? You can't fire me. I don't work here. So yeah, we're just on ESPN. We're gonna look at the details of what we get, what we're giving them. I say we as a Packer fan. Obviously, I'm a Well, I don't know if it's obvious. This might be your first time ever watching me. Anyway, Packers are sending Aaron Rodgers, four-time MVP, to the New York Jets in exchange for a first-round pick swap this year. So Packers have 15. They're giving the 15 to the Jets, and we're taking their 13. So we move up 2 spots, jump ahead of the Patriots. We can go over that quick. I don't think that is going to be like a deal breaker. I think, if anything, it's almost worse for the Packers because at the Packers spot and based on their team needs, there is like the value at pick 15 or pick 13. It's like what we really need is wide receiver, obviously, and just the wide receiver class. It's like solid. Like, I like JSN. I don't know if he's necessarily worth like a top 15, let alone a top 13 pick. I mean, I think they should still take him just because it's such a glaring need. Even Jordan Addison at that spot, like, those are like my top 2 receivers, and I just don't know if the value's technically there, but I still wouldn't hate them reaching at 13 for a wide receiver. Like I said, it's just a glaring need. However, it's just like it is. I would say it's technically a reach. I think of those guys as like late first round picks. Early second round is great value, not like mid to early first round. However, I have been seeing reports that JSN might go at 12 to the Texans. And then, well, we could always just take Addison or even Quentin Johnston, who I'm a little on the fence about, but he could be important in the Packers system. However, we also get a second-round pick this year, number 42, and a sixth-round pick, number 207, and then we get a conditional 2024 second-round pick that becomes the first if Aaron Rodgers plays 65% of the plays this season. So, yeah, I don't imagine Rodgers won't play 65% of the plays because, like, I think one aspect of Rodgers' game that definitely goes underrated is his, like, toughness and durability. I know he had that one season where he missed a lot of it because of what? It was like a crazy collarbone injury or something. Yeah, I mean, he's had a few injuries, you know, throughout his career, but none that really sidelined him besides that collarbone injury. Even last year, he played almost a whole season injured, you know, and, you know, he came out here and there, but I think Aaron Rodgers' toughness is a little understated in terms of his, like, skills and talent as a quarterback. So there's absolutely no reason he shouldn't play 65% unless something really, really bad happens. I know a lot of people think that, like, the Jets are giving up too much for Rodgers because of his age. However, he still has a lot of gas in the tank. I think that's blatantly obvious. I know last year was a bit of a slip, but he's going to have a better wide receiver room. He won't have quite as good of an O-line, in my opinion, but he'll have a better receiver room in New York. So he will probably have a better season this year than he did last year with the Packers. I know a lot of people think the Jets are Super Bowl bound, and I could see it. However, I'm not entirely sold on that. But they will have a good season. They have a very good chance of winning that division. It's going to be a toss-up between them and the Bills. But yeah, this should be interesting. Should be fun to watch. What the Jets are getting from the Packers, they're getting, obviously, Aaron Rodgers, the 15, like we mentioned, and then we are sending them pick 170, which is a 5th-round pick. So it's kind of a weird trade. I think they're kind of like, it's decent value, decent return for Rodgers. However, I was almost kind of hoping for more. But I do get the age thing, and it's not like we're getting bad value. Like a second-round pick this year, I'm not even going to count the moving up 2 spots because it's basically the same pick, you know, 13 and 15. And we're only jumping the uh, Patriots, and like the thing is with jumping the Patriots is now there's like a very good chance that we get Lucas Van Ness with the 13 pick. However, I don't want them to. Like I like LVN. However, I just don't know. I think there's more pressing needs than edge because I still think Preston Smith has some gas in the tank, and obviously as long as Rashawn Gary stays healthy, he's gonna play well. And then our backup guys came in and they played okay when Rashawn Gary went down, being Jonathan Garvin and um, Kingsley and Igbare. So I don't think edge is as pressing of a need as a lot of people think. I would love to get another stud edge rusher, especially with Preston Smith, aging. For the future, we definitely need another edge rusher. However, I think for the current, upcoming season, I'd rather get a receiver in the room. I'd rather get a tight end in the room. And then I know a lot of people think O-line is also a need for the Packers to take in the first round. And if we jump the Patriots, that's also another good thing that comes from that, because the Patriots could surely take a tackle as well. And I can see it with Bakhtiari always getting hurt. I could definitely see the value in taking a tackle. It's just not a very sexy pick, and I'd rather have a little, something sexier, like a DB or a receiver. And especially at this point, I think they just have to take receiver. Like I was saying in my mock draft, is that I would love for them to take Brian Branch, but now 13 is going to be way too early for Branch, and it's not based on talent; it's based on positional value. Safeties just don't go that early. So if anything, moving up from 15 to 13 really kind of puts a limiter on what the Packers can realistically take without the NFL fans of the world calling them stupid for reaching and whatnot. So, and then obviously the 2024 second round pick, even if it doesn't become a first, which I think it has a good chance of becoming a first. Even if it doesn't, second round picks are still really valuable as well. There's plenty of first round talent that fall into the second round. The only thing you worry about is if the Jets do have a good season, it's going to be a late second round pick, which then the value is a little different. But I still think you're comfortable, and you're happy with getting a second round pick in 2024, as well as the pick compensation that we're getting this year. However, it is kind of a shame actually moving back from our 5th round pick and only picking up another 6th. We're moving down. We move up from 13 to 15, and then we pick up a second, which is valuable. And then we're basically moving down from 170 to 207, if you put it that way. And then we get a second next year. So it's basically all we're doing is getting 2 second round picks, and we're giving up a 5th. This is the way I see it in Rodgers. But the thing is the overall value is good in the way that you think about that the Packers already plan on moving on to Jordan Love. So we're basically getting all these picks. If it's basically a first and we're moving back from 1 and picking up a bunch of picks with it. If you think of it that way, they didn't plan on starting Rodgers this season, so we're basically getting a lot of value for a player that we weren't going to use anyway. So if you put it like that, it is great value. It's just that, with Rodgers' resume, you'd hope to maybe get more. But it's okay. At the end of the day, I still think it's a solid trade. I think both ends are getting value for what they're giving up. So I don't think either side got fleeced. I don't think either side wins right out. I think if the Jets win a Super Bowl, they definitely win the trade. And it just depends on what the Packers do with these picks. They have to capitalize on them. So, if they reach on a tackle or a D lineman at 13, then the Jets automatically win the trade as well, no matter who they pick at 15 or 170. Another interesting thing, he's going to be wearing number 8. Lamar Jackson. I'm just kidding. That is interesting, though. Because I guess Joe Namath gave Rodgers the blessing. He said, hey, you can wear 12, even though it's retired under my name. You can wear it. And I guess he wants number 8 instead. It'll be interesting. An interesting choice, without a doubt. All right, you guys remember that Zach Wilson said, if the Jets pick up a veteran quarterback, he's going to make their life hell? I think that's going to be hilarious. Rodgers runs laps around Wilson, like personality wise, even and all that. So I think if anything, Rodgers is gonna make Wilson's life hell. One thing I was curious about is like I wonder if uh like Rodgers is gonna show up to training camp now. I think that'll be an interesting development. We'll have to see when the time comes. I don't really know if there's anything else I want to talk about, so I'm gonna wrap the video up. Stay tuned for my Packers only. I want to do a 7-round mock draft, but I have to find a site that lets me do it for free, because the site I use for my other one, you have to pay for a full 7 rounds. So hopefully I get that out by the end of the week. Obviously, that's my next video. I plan on doing a 7-round mock draft, so stay tuned for that. The draft is this upcoming weekend, so I want to get it out before then, and then I'm going to do a draft recap video, maybe one for like general thoughts, and then I'll do a Packers specific one as well. So I'm going to like put a pause on all our other series that we have going on, and I'm only going to focus on draft content just for this week and next week, just because it's such an interesting and exciting time of the NFL off season, and it's something that I personally really care about. So, and then 2 weeks from now, we'll pick back up. I'll probably do a 2K video. I have the show video that I started editing, but I don't know if I'm going to post it because it's kind of boring. But if you want me to post it, comment down below. I'll finish it up and I'll put it out. And then, yeah, we'll finish up we'll continue our other series at the end of draft season here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked, subscribe if you feel like it, comment down below if you want to see that show video, and if you have any other thoughts that you want to let me know. And you guys have a good rest of your day now. Take care.